the ungodly, amen, that he does not do anything good because God is not in him, and plus he transgresses. In other words, he has evil in his heart. So the sinner is the person that's without God and is desperately wicked. He's a wicked person. The sinner is trying to find ways in order to encroach upon areas and territories that's not his. And he don't care what he has to do in order to do it. The sinner not only outwardly transgresses, but he has evil in his heart. Transgresses means that he trespasses. He goes in the areas that he has no business. And if you're one of them people who will go in the areas that you have no business, quit fooling yourself. You ain't happy. Because God is not going to bless that. You know, I remember my brothers and my sisters many times when we were coming up and doing things and finding ourselves in the Lord and realizing what God is doing in our lives. Many times we will be in these areas and we have the audacity to think that we were okay. Come on. We have the audacity to feel like God was blessing us. We be still and tell about God didn't bless us with. Come on. The man walking down your street with a lawnmower, you know it ain't his, and you know he didn't buy it from Sears. But then you're going to have the audacity to say that God knew what I needed. He brought it to I wish I had something. And then got there to be happy about it. And happy means that you're thinking that God has blessed you with it. God has not blessed you with that. When the blessing comes from God, it means it's complete. It means that it's everything that you need. Perfect gift, perfected gift, meaning that everything you need, God is going to give it to you. God is not going to give you something, and in the midst of giving you that, it's lacking. Then it talks about the scornful and the scornful of the people that mock and just laugh at what we call religion. The scornful is the person that has no religion. He has an open breach with God's law. He laughs at revelation. He laughs at the immorality of the soul. He laughs at the fact that there is an invisible existing world. That's the scornful. So you got the ungodly who has no God in him. You got the sinner who transgresses, who trespasses, and then you have the scornful who laugh and say there is no God. The scornful is that person that deals with deism, and deism is a belief that God came along and created the world, and then he abandoned the world, so therefore he has nothing to do with what was going on in the world. He has nothing to do with the world. He created the world. He abandoned the world. But my Bible tells me that he's with me every step of the way. So then if you're operating in this and you think you have laying down in a bed of water and at night and has the audacity to say God is with me. Knowing that you are opposite, diametrically opposed to the will and the way of God, but then you have the audacity to say, I'm blessed. That's that person that you know is operating outside the will of God, and that person has the audacity to say, I have a testimony. There are some folks that the only testimony they ought to have is a testimony of deliverance first. Because you got to understand that God is not going to bless your mess. That's right. You just what I want to say. You just walking along. You just mingling along, and sooner or later you're gonna come in. You're gonna run into something that's bigger than you. You know, some of us are in relationships that we ought to not be in. We're in situations that we ought to not be in, and we got the nerve to talk about we being blessed in the midst of the situation. No, you ain't being blessed. There's somebody prayers that's keeping you. Because God is keeping you till you get the realization that this ain't the way. I wish I had some witnesses here. And I know somebody thinks that they can't praise in the midst of this sermon, but let me give you a shout for today. All of us at one time I was in this position. But God gave us an opportunity, and we snatched that opportunity. And look at your neighbor and say, I ain't the same person. If God